Captain.
Yes, Uhura.
Sensors detect space-time wormhole approaching.
Spock, please report.
Interesting. It appears to be a tempogram, a message sent through time and space.
What is the message?
It is a Freedom of Information request from the year 2009. They want to know everything about the state of e-learning in the year 2020.
E-learning? Bring it up on the screen. So, you want to know about e-learning, the use of electronic technology to support teaching and learning. How quaint.
It is indeed a singular notion.
Forgive us, this idea seems strange to us. It's difficult to tell you anything about e-learning when really there is no need for learning itself. Nobody really needs to learn anything. Anything you want to know can be downloaded immediately.
Affirmative. If I want to know the answer to a question, I simply ask it. Voice recognition devices embedded in my teeth translate the question into a web search query, which is sent out via hyper-fast 5G networking. The response comes back in an instant, is relayed wirelessly to a device in my contact lens, and the answer is projected directly onto my retina. I see the answer to my question even before I finish asking it.
I might ask why you need that scope, then.
I like my scope.
The same type of personal technology has removed the need to learn languages. All languages are now voice recognized and translated by a device in my earring and then broadcast to a speech synthesizer in my inner ear, which adopts the appropriate accent.
The same system is built into this viewer. So, for example, now I am speaking Vulcan, but to you I sound exactly the same.
Publishing is also very different now. The exponential rise of open access publishing wiped out all the big publishing houses. Now, any paper that you want to read is available free to download on electronic paper like this. As you can see, it looks like your normal paper. However, it's embedded with 5G networking and voice recognition, so you just tell it what you want to read, DOI 10.444/4244, and it instantly appears.
Everything is hands-free. In fact, there's little need to use one's hands at all.
Well, apart from...
Apart from what?
You know.
No.
Never mind. We still have to go to the trouble of thinking about the stuff we download to get it into our brains. I guess that's a kind of learning, but our scientists are working on that, and they think that by 2030 they'll be able to stream knowledge directly into the brain.
I know Kung Fu. So, as you see, there's little need to learn anything nowadays. However, information I just downloaded tells me that in your time, people actually enjoyed learning, and that the pleasure of finding things out was sometimes greater than the pleasure of already knowing them. This seems illogical.
And yet, the need to find things out seems to have had beneficial side effects. In your time, people would accidentally discover things they weren't looking for in the first place. They had to decide whether the information they were downloading was reliable. And apparently, even Wikipedia was sometimes incorrect. And some things couldn't be found on the web at all. And sometimes, this bit I really don't get, you had to go and talk to someone called a librarian?
Most curious.
Captain, the wormhole appears to be closing.
We must go. I hope that's been useful to you. Goodbye, and may the Force be with you.
Live long and prosper.